Hello student, welcome to Easy Learning. Today we're going to study the subject of MBA 4th semester, the emerging technology in a global business environment. Today we're going to study the UNIT2, the emerging technologies as a driver of the global business. We're going to cover up the topic additive manufacturing, advantage and disadvantage, new application of additive manufacturing, impact of additive manufacturing on supply chain management, mass customization and customer experience. Student, when we talk about additive manufacturing, what comes in your mind? Additive का मतलब यहाँ पे क्या समझ आ रहा है कि किसी चीज़ को ऐड करना. तो हम यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं कि additive refers to the process of building a shape by adding a material piece by piece. तो additive manufacturing or additive layer manufacturing is an industrial production name for a 3D printing, a computer controlled process that creates a three-dimensional object by depositing material using it layer. तो additive manufacturing को हम additive layer manufacturing भी कहते हैं यहाँ पे, क्योंकि हम जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट को बना रहे हैं that is come in a form of layer. तो ये एक तरह का इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोडक्शन है. यहाँ पे हम 3D प्रिंटिंग कर रहे हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ कंप्यूटर कंट्रोल प्रोसेस, जो कि 3 डायमेंशन ऑब्जेक्ट को फॉर्म कर रहा है विद द हेल्प ऑफ यूजिंग द लेयर बाय लेयर. Then additive manufacturing technology or a 3D printing is a type of technology that use successive layer of material to create a 3D object. यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं, हम जो भी मटेरियल यूज़ कर रहे हैं to form a 3D object, that is a we are making it in a form of layer by layer, यानी एक एक करके हम चीज़ों को जोड़ रहे हैं यहाँ पर, ठीक है, उसे ऐड कर रहे हैं, उसको मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कर रहे हैं. द technically additive manufacturing can refer to any process where a product is created by a building something up, such as molding, but it is typically refers to a 3D printing. तो एडिटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हम एक तरह का प्रोसेस है जहाँ पे हम कोई भी चीज़ बिल्ड कर रहे हैं विद इट कैन बी इन एनी फॉर्म, लाइक मोल्डिंग का मतलब है किसी चीज़ को, लिक्विड को हम मोल्ड करना इनटू सर्टेन शेप. लेकिन यहाँ पे जो हम शेप बना रहे हैं दैट इज़ टिपिकली इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ 3D प्रिंटिंग के फॉर्म में हम उसको बना रहे हैं, ठीक है. मोल्डिंग में तो एक्चुअल प्रोसेस में क्या होता है, लिक्विड को किसी sort of shape में convert कर देते हैं, it become as a solid. But here what is happening, यहाँ पे जो we are taking typically we are referring to the 3D printing, ठीक है. Then additive manufacturing is one of the it's a metal power, जो कि आजकल का बहुत ही रीसेंट डेवलपमेंट है. तो एक दो तरह का एक टेक्नोलॉजी इज बीइंग यूजिंग विच इज़ अ पाउडर बेड फ्यूजन एंड द पाउडर डिपोजिशन. Within these categories, there are many variation in such in shape that we are building here. So, additive manufacturing, it involves to the point where it the possible to print with the metal, ठीक है. For maintenance and the repair of an organization, the advantage of additive manufacturing include the potential for reducing inventory, avoiding downtime and cutting the waste. So these are the things comes under the additive manufacturing. तो एडिटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग जैसे मैंने आपको बताया आजकल बहुत ही यूज़ हो रहा है. तो इसके एडवांटेज क्या हैं? तो पहला एडवांटेज हमारा है कि इट प्रोड्यूस अ लेस वेस्ट. तो जो भी सब्ट्रैक्टिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मेथड है वो क्या कर रहा है, दैट रिमूव अबाउट 90% ऑफ मटेरियल विच इज़ इन स्टार्ट. बाय कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एडिटिव प्रोसेस यूज ओनली अ लिटिल मोर मटेरियल than which is needed in a final form. The extra that been used for supporting the structure, so it is a multiple part are combined into one. The saving can be a greatest. The additive manufacturing also save energy compared to the subtractive process. Metal cutting is avoided and it is transported through a manufacturing facilities. हमारा दूसरा एडवांटेज है कि इट इज़ अ लोअर योर कॉस्ट। तो लोअर योर कॉस्ट का मतलब क्या? अगर हमने अर्ली एडिटिव मशीन were slow, the expensive, and had a limited work envelope. As the technology has matured, the machine have become a bigger and faster, and price are also dropped, making it an affordable alternative to the traditional part of manufacturing method. Now the third type of हमारा जो advantage है वो है decrease time to repair. If a replacement part is in inventory and must be ordered, it can be sometime take a time to deliver. So at that time, during that which the machine may be down, perhaps the stopping the production or required to use of more expensive manufacturing method. The 3D printing replacement part can be equipment back up the running in a less time. Even if the printed part is a exact replica, it's only must be a function until the factory replacement is available. Reduce inventory. So reduce inventory as a large spares inventory help to safeguard against the extended machine downtime, which causes by the non-availability of a key parts. However, the inventory requires a space to ties up a cash and can become an obstacle on that time. If you can print a part on demand, the storeroom no longer needed to stock a essential or slow moving item. Then we have a prolonged equipment life. So prolonged equipment life का मतलब क्या है कि it is often difficult to source replacement part for the older manufacturing equipment. This is because the manufacturing पहले तो क्या है कि it update the product and stop providing a replacement part for the older model. Another thing that is can be happen, it acquires or go out of business. In that cases, the only option may be to buy a new machines, even though the old equipment still have a plenty of useful life remaining. So 3D printing provided a way around it. If a CAD model is available or can be created, simply print, finish, and install a copy of a part. So these are the advantage of the additive manufacturing. Disadvantage of additive manufacturing. तो पहला है हमारा हाई प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट. तो जो प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट यहाँ पे हाई है, तो जिसकी वजह से जो हमारा मटेरियल ऑफ एम आर फ्रिक्वेंटली रिक्वायर्ड इन अ फॉर्म ऑफ एक्सेप्शनल फाइन और स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स दैट कैन बी कंसिडरेबली इंक्रीज द रॉ मटेरियल कॉस्ट फॉर अ प्रोडक्शन. जो inferior surface quality है that associated with the AM that are added cost to undertake any surface that need to be finished and the post processing required to meet a quality specification and standard. Then we have a cost entry is prohibited. तो cost entry जो है they are still prohibited to many organization. पर्टिकुलरली जो हमारा स्मॉल बिजनेस होता है वहाँ पे द कैपिटल कॉस्ट टू परचेज अ नेसेसरी इक्विपमेंट कैन बी many manufacturers have invested a significant capital into a plant and equipment to traditional operation, making to switch it is not necessary an easy proposition and certainly not an inexpensive one. Then we have the third one is we have a certain level of post processing. तो certain level of post processing हमारा क्या हुआ कि it requires a additive manufacturing because the surface finish and dimension accuracy can be a lower quality compared to the other manufacturing method. The layering and a multiple interfaces of additive manufacturing can be cause defects. क्या होगा इसके वजह से जो पोस्ट प्रोसेसिंग दैट इज नीड टू बी रेक्टिफाई एंड द क्वालिटी quality issue can be come. Then we have a discontinuous production process. Discontinuous production process हमारा क्या हो गया कि जो भी प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस है that is been using, it can be not in a form of continuous processing that will be taken place in a AM. So these are the disadvantage of the additive manufacturing. Application of additive manufacturing. तो हमारे जो नए नए application that are being used in by the additive manufacturing, the first one is medical. तो हमारे मेडिकल में there's a rapid innovation will be taking place in the medical industries, जहाँ पे हम additive manufacturing को हम use कर रहे हैं. These are being used to specialist patients and the research institute. The medical manufacturings are using a wide range of high strength and the biocompatible 3D printing materials, which are unbendable to flexible and hazy to transparent to modify the design like never before. Then we have energy. In energy, success in the energy industry depend on the rapid, development of a, you know, tailored missions, criticals, and element that can be withstand extreme condition. The additive manufacturing advancement in the production efficient, lightweight, on-demand component, and environmentally friendly material that gives an answer to diverse need or and the field of functions. Then we have a aerospace. तो aerospace organization में हम क्या है, they are being the first to adopt the additive manufacturing. Some of the most demanding sector performance standard exist in the in the environment in the area of the aerospace, needing the part to hold up in tough conditions. The engineers were designing and manufacturing commercials and military aerospace platform should consider a flight-worthy component made for the high-performance material. Then we have a customer product. तो हमारे पर ग्राफिक आर्टिस्ट जो हैं, डिज़ाइनर्स जो हैं, जो मार्केटिंग टीम है, they were taking a time to make using the idea and launching the things in the market about everything. The part of the time is spent on a simulating the final product look and feel during the design feedback to prove the ideas of new innovations. The customer product manufacturing had adopted a 3D printing to assist in developing a iteration and fast adjust of the design. Then in transportation, so in transportations the sector required a path that stand up the rigid testing and lightweight to avoid unnecessary drag. With a variety of high temperature materials and additive manufacturing innovations, the ability to build a very complex transportation organization are just where the surface which can be made using the additive manufacturing for their vehicles. So these were are the the area where the new applications that are being additive manufacturing are being used. Impact of additive manufacturing on supply chain management. So as we know that the design freedom that a product developers experience is a attractive feature of a AM technology. At the same time, the manufacturers of a product is generally perceived to a quality costly due to जैसे कि हम एग्जांपल लें कि हमारे पास कोई हाई एनर्जी यूज़ ऑफ AM प्रोसेस चल रहा है और रिलेटिवली जो प्रोडक्शन टाइम है वो बहुत ज़्यादा है, बट हम क्या देखते हैं, देयर इज़ अ consolidation of a component functionalities into a one piece into combination, and decentralized manufacturing may be compensate for these disadvantage. With the consolidation, we indicate the redesign of an example of a part of a product. Okay, so such as a constituting the component are replaced by fewer but more complex component which are integrate various functionalities. तो हमारा जो आपका जो सप्लाई चेन जो स्ट्रक्चर है, that is typically a conventional manufacturing. All components need to be available before the assemble can start. If a number of a component is skipped because their functionality is integrated, the 3D printed parts, the corresponding supply relation is no longer needed to reduce the synchronization effort. So the need of the multi-level production planning decreases, and thus the lessen associate of risk and the cost. Then we have a supply chain inventories. So consolidation of the function due to a integration implies that the raw material are directly used in a final product. तो यहाँ क्या है कि जो downstream stock are no longer needed. In a particular, the customized product may have a far-reach consequence. Then we have a decentralized manufacturing and transport time. तो 3D जो printing facility है they are very modest, and ये कहा जाता है कि they decentralized manufacturing, even more its component stock are limited. और जो प्रोडक्शन जो क्लोज टू द कस्टमर में रिड्यूस द फाइनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एंड ट्रांसपोर्टेशन टाइम कंसिडरेबली. तो बेसिकली क्या है, फैक्ट जो ये है कि जो हमारे रॉ मटेरियल हम यहाँ पे सप्लाई कर रहे हैं, ये क्या करे, डिसेंट्रलाइज करे लोकेशन को विद अ सीरीज दैट कंसर्न विद द बल्क ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट दैट आर बी only few basic material that are be using here. Then we have a component lead time. So most component is a classically assembled process and ordered from a external supplier, but even if they are manufactured in a department, so it is a same factory that is needed to be delivered. So they are being planned in a advance according to the they have a certain MRP methodology, typically component that product that batches for the reason of efficiency, blowing the lead time and inventories even further. अब हमारे पास है कस्टमर रिस्पॉन्सिवनेस. तो जैसे कि जो हमारा कन्वेंशनल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है तो दैट इज हैविंग अ शॉर्ट कस्टमर रिस्पॉन्स. तो जनरली क्या हो रहा है कि यहाँ पे हाई इन्वेंट्री of either final product or the modules and the component are being taken. So these are the impacts of the additive manufacturing on supply chain management. मास कस्टमाइजेशन. सो मास कस्टमाइजेशन क्या है, एक तरह का बिजनेस कॉन्सेप्ट है जहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, इट इज़ द एबिलिटी ऑफ बिजनेस टू प्रोड्यूस अ एंड मार्केट कस्टमाइज द प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विस as per requirement of an individual customer. ठीक है, the cost of the custom made unit remain low or equal to the mass production price. तो बेसिकली हमारा बिजनेस स्ट्रेटेजी क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे कि हमें जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है उसे फ्लेक्सिबल प्रोसेस बनाना है. As we hear, like the mass customization is a process of delivering a market goods and the service that are modified to satisfy the कस्टमर नीडेड. हम यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं, जो भी हम प्रोडक्ट और गुड्स को जो सर्विस हम प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं वो हम इंडिविजुअल कस्टमर को एज पर देयर रिक्वायरमेंट हम यहाँ बना रहे हैं. द मास कस्टमाइजेशन इज अ मार्केट एंड अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग टेक्निक दैट कंबाइंस द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी एंड द पर्सनलाइजेशन ऑफ अ कस्टम मेड प्रोडक्ट ऑफ अ लो यूनिट कॉस्ट एसोसिएटेड विद द मास प्रोडक्शन. यहाँ पे हम मास प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं जो कि हम कम से कम कॉस्ट रखते हुए हम कस्टम मेड प्रोडक्ट जो बना रहे हैं वो हम लोग इंडिविजुअल कस्टमर के बारे में सोचते हुए यहाँ पे बना रहे हैं. अदर नेम ऑफ द मास कस्टमाइजेशन इंक्लूड मेड टू ऑर्डर और बिल्ड टू ऑर्डर. तो जैसा कि हमारे पास फी ओनली dependent financial advisory allowed to their client to customize the portfolio holding the match their required unique situation. The customer may choose the product that matches the investment risk tolerance, the time horizon and investment style and the future goal. Type of mass customization. The first one is transparent customization. यहाँ पे it is a process of business providing a unique product and service within the standard package to specify customer without informing that they are customized. The companies accomplish this is observing customer behavior over time and predicting that the preference without interacting with them directly. Then we have a collaborative customization. Unlike these, transparent customization, the approach of required the business to interact with the individual customer to offer customized product or service. Such customized product guides a consumer who are unsure what they should choose or cannot specify what they prefer for a available options. We have a additive customization. It serves a different purpose under the different situations. So here the companies do not need to interact with the customer to know their requirement. In this customization, the technique, the customer get a standard product or a service with the option for personalize, modify or reconfigure if as per the preference. Then we have a cosmetic customization. It involves the targeting of a standardized product and the service in a unique format or a package. Depending on the need of a different customer group, we can also say the customer get the choice of a customizing the form, quality, quantity, price and the packaging of a product that is a best reflect their personality and the style. Customer experience. The customer experience is an impression customer for a brand as a whole throughout all the aspect of a buyer journey. It is a result in their view of your brand and impact a fact that related to the bottom line including revenue. So there are the two primary touch point that create the customer experience. First is the people and the product. So there were the following examples that can be used for the customer experience. The first one is, are you blown away by the performance of a product? And the second one is, are you delighted by the attention of a customer support representative gives you to help to solve your problem? How we can measure the customer experience? The first one is analyze the customer satisfaction service result. We can do a certain survey to understand the the customer is satisfied with a certain the brand or a product or not. Then identify the rate of a reason for the customer churn. Then we ask the customer for the product or a feature request. Then analyze the customer support ticket trend. We can analyze the customer had a bad experience. So we have the certain points that we can come to know that the customer have a bad experience. The first one is a fail to offer real-time support. The customer is not getting the support that he or she want. Fail to resolve in the first touch point. Then we have insufficient customer support team. Then lack of a customer service etiquettes. The customer service that is being provided is not in a proper etiquette to understand what the customer needed or want. No measuring your customer service. Then no taking customer feedback regularly. Taking the customer feedback on the regular basis is very important, that you will understand what he or she likes, want and required. Then not using a right tool. So not using the right tool to to understand what the customer required. Hope you like today's video. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you. I hope you like today's video. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.